Hello, everyone. Great to be back again so soon. I'm here with Professor Preston, America's favorite professor of sociology. Keith, tell us what sociology is, what it's about, and why you teach that.
Well, sociology is a branch of the social sciences. It overlaps with a variety of other disciplines like psychology, anthropology, criminology, political science, and some others. What sociology is about is the study of human behavior in groups, as opposed to, say, psychology, which is mostly about studying individual behavior. And groups, of course, can be anything from two people or a family up to the entire human species. And sociology covers all of that. You've got sociology of the family, sociology of religion, sociology as it relates to economics. You have the sociology of war and conflict. That's a branch of sociology. And in a typical introductory unit, which we will do is we'll go through how sociology applies to all these different areas of life. We'll do one unit on family sociology. We'll do one on race and ethnicity, one on the economy, one on politics, one on international relations, one on the history of different societies, one on culture. All of these different things are subfield within sociology, and there are sociologists that specialize in all of these.
And should anybody major in sociology? Some people may say, well, it's not practical. What job are you going to get with it? What are you going to do with it? And who cares about this stuff? I mean, what's the point of it?
Well, sociologists do more than just study, sociology as a discipline, because the field of sociology is something that you can apply in a lot of other fields that are outside the social sciences. For example, a lot of people who have degrees in sociology go into marketing and business because that's essentially what marketing is. Marketing is about identifying particular potential target markets or market segments where you can market your products. In fact, I did that at one point. I was a marketing director for a couple of different companies. Also, sociologists can work in the field of human resources. I did that as well. I was an HR manager at a particular company because through sociology, you're learning how people interact in groups, and human resources is a huge part of that. There are sociologists who work in law enforcement. They help solve crimes because they will use social network theory to discover how criminal rings, like say a car theft ring, actually works. The Pentagon actually employs sociologists who, because the military is a huge group, and the military wants to know how to go about managing human populations in a group setting. I actually had a professor myself in graduate school. She actually worked for the Pentagon as a consultant. At the same time, you also have sociologists who work for nonprofit organizations and activist organizations or social change oriented organizations. You also have sociologists that go into things where you're dealing with other social aspects. Like that, I've known people who got the undergrad degrees in sociology and they went to law school. So sociology overlaps with lots of other disciplines, and you can use a degree in sociology as a stepping stone into other fields, other academic fields, or other professional fields, including those you wouldn't necessarily think about initially when you're thinking about the field of sociology.
And what makes you so good at teaching sociology? We're posting your link here in the video description. We have an excellent rating on ratemyprofessor.com. Why are you better than most professors of sociology?
Uh, well, I guess whether I'm better or not is subjective, but at the same time, I think, what is a more integrative or perhaps holistic approach to teaching. I try to bring in aspects of lots of other disciplines. For example, like I always start my classes usually on the first day by saying you can't really be a good social scientist unless you are also a good historian or a good anthropologist or a good social psychologist or even a good economist. Now, I'm not a specialist in all of those fields, but I do bring in aspects of those fields. So I have a very holistic and integrative approach. I try to uh, apply a big picture type of analysis. Also, the educational methods that are used are holistic and integrative as well. It's not just a matter of regurgitating information on tests. I don't give the kind of tests or examinations where a student goes and memorizes the textbook and tries to remember enough of what they read to fill out circles on a Scantron sheet. I very rarely give examinations of that type or assignments of that type. Instead, I use methods of teaching where I expect the student to be creative and original in their approach, which means it's also more self-directed. So in some ways, the standards are higher, but they also have more flexibility. Also, I use teaching methods that allow for the material to come to life in a way. It's not just about reciting statistics and all of these kinds of things from a PowerPoint. So that's method of teaching seems to be popular among students.
An interdisciplinary approach. See, your idea is not to get them to major in sociology or be a specialist. Your idea is to get them to be generalists, independent thinkers like yourself.
Right. Well, most of my students are not going to be sociology majors. Sociology is a required course. Not the more advanced sociology classes. Those aren't. Those tend to be more for social science majors. But the intro level courses, the 100 level, 200 level courses are typically required in most universities and colleges. So my students typically are majoring in all kinds of things. Some of them are majoring in cybersecurity, some in criminal justice, some in psychology, some in healthcare related fields. But I always try to bring in aspects of all of that. I want them to see how what we're talking about in sociology relates to whatever is going to be their major. For example, we do a unit on the sociology of healthcare and health and medicine. We do a unit on criminology. We do a unit on a lot of other things that like mental health, sociology of mental health. So students that are majors in other fields can see how sociology is relevant to whatever it is they're actually going to be doing.
All right. Excellent, Keith. Thanks so much. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Follow us for our interdisciplinary approach at www.academiccomposition.com, academiccomposition@gmail.com. We will help you with any class, and we do have a full service package that starts at $70 a week. Thanks again, and you'll be hearing from us soon.